We all know Morissette can sing well on her own, but how well does she do in a duet setting? This one, You Are the Reason, a very intimate and sweet duet. Well, she pulled it off in this one. You're also going to love Darryl Ong in this reaction. I loved it. You're going to love it. Let's dive into the video.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now.
Nice. Sounds good.
There goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I'm broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Really good start. I know Morissette hasn't gone yet. Darryl Ong, really nice voice. Very light in nature. So when I sing this, because I've sung this at weddings, I've sung this as a duet with my girlfriend, and for me, it's a little on the high side because I'm a baritone. So with Darryl, I would say Darryl is maybe a tenor. Probably we could say a tenor. Either way, he's got really nice access to that lighter side of his voice. There goes my heart, I climb every mountain. So for me, I kind of have to really work there, and it sounds kind of loud just because it's so high for me. But for Darryl can just float it, and it's really nice. It actually works a little bit better than when I sing it. Like I can pull it off, but again, it's not really written for my, like this key is really not written for my voice. So I get a little too big with it. I would consider transposing it for me. But for Darryl, really nice. It's light. He's got a beautiful sound, and there's a gentleness to this because this duet in particular, it's sung a lot at weddings, and you want that sweet, crystal clear voice. The tuning was really nice. I was listening right off the bat. There goes my heart. If it's a little bit under, then I know we're going to be in for kind of a rough duet. But really, really nice. Don't think I've heard Darryl's voice before on this channel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's popped up. The name kind of sounds familiar, so maybe I've heard him before, but really great start. I'm excited, really excited to hear how their voices mesh together.
There goes my head shaking, and you are the reason my heart keeps bleeding. I need to know.
Nice.
If I could turn back the clock, make sure the lights feed the dark, spend every hour of every day keeping you safe. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you.
Nice.
And fix what I've broken, 'cause I need you to see
that you are the reason.
Okay, I'm going to let them go into this section. Wanted to make a few thoughts. What's really nice about this too, keep this in mind if you're doing a duet, is that you don't want to get too loud too soon because then you have nowhere to go. So this song is 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Verse 1, which is just Darryl, was about 1 minute. And then Morissette's section was about 1 minute. And then the final minute, they're going to sing together. If they start too big, if the volume is too much, for example, if Darryl was like me and it was more of a baritone or lower baritone, then I'd have to sing it louder. I wouldn't really have anywhere to go. So for me as a performer, I'd have to be really cautious of that. And I like what they're doing because both of their verses were just soft and light. Focus more on the text and sounding beautiful and like kind of floating over top. And now that we're going into the final section, we can push and we can dig a little deeper and get some more volume. Okay, that's kind of a general note across the board that I highly recommend you tuck away in your back pocket. If you're singing something, you don't ever want to go too loud because then you don't have anywhere to go. You don't want to get into that situation because then you're kind of just yelling and it's not great. So Morissette, let's just talk about her verse for a quick moment. Let's listen to it again.
Shaking, and you are the reason my heart keeps bleeding. I need you now.
Yeah. So see, it's very, very light. She's focusing more on the text and just the beautiful melody. She's not trying to do too much. And we know she can. We know she can go so much further than this, but they're setting up this ending to make it epic and make it final. Now, Darryl, we could consider a high baritone or potentially a low-ish to medium tenor. Either way, we figured out in this video, of course, we know Morissette can sing, but so can Darryl, because Darryl understands vocal technique. And if you want to learn vocal technique and you're a baritone, a bass baritone, or a bass, I highly recommend you join the Baritone Lab, my school community. It's the world's first and honestly the best singing community out there, and it's completely free for the first 7 days. After that, it's only $29 a month, and I'm sharing everything that I know about singing. I'm throwing it all in this community. There's Zoom classes, there's courses, there's ebooks, PDFs, everything you can imagine to learn how to sing, I am providing in this community. Check out the link. It's in the video description, and I'll see you there. Back to the video.
If I could turn back the clock, make sure the lights feed the dark, spend every hour of every day keeping you safe.
Nice. Minimal vibrato, right? She's not trying to do too much, and their voices work so well on their own. It's great to hear how well they sound together. That's called blend. We want blend when we sing with other people. You have to listen to what they're doing and you have to match it and kind of meet in the middle.
I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you.
Nice.
And fix what I've broken, 'cause I need you to
see that you are the reason. I don't wanna fight no more. I don't wanna hurt no more. I don't wanna cry no more. Come back, I need you to hold me.
Closer now, just a little closer now. Come a little closer, I need you to hold me tonight. I climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Nice. Beautiful. Very, very well done. So this is an arrangement of the duet. So the version that I've done and the version that's, I guess, the most common is different from this. There are different harmonies happening in here. There are different, riff things that they were doing. Really, really nice. So this screenshot here, they're facing each other. Their bodies are turned towards each other. Why would they do that? What is the point of that? So there's this kind of unspoken language. It's hidden behind the scenes when singers, or really any musician, sings or performs a duet or a trio or a quartet or a larger ensemble. There's just this hidden language where you communicate in different ways. And being able to see the person is really helpful to clearly communicate what you're trying to do and also read what they're trying to do. So this could be anything from The tempo, we might push the tempo a little bit, get a little bit faster. Maybe we'll slow it down. Maybe we just want to make sure we're on the same plane when it comes to all of these riffs. Because essentially what they're doing is they're singing many notes, but in harmony, right? That's kind of what's going on here. So even with their hands, this is an expressive thing, sure. They want to, show that they're really emoting, but there's also a level of kind of conducting themselves. That's that unspoken language. And it's very, 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 very important for singers to have. If you don't have that, then you're really only relying on your ear, which sometimes isn't enough. You need to be able to see. That's why when there's a conductor with an orchestra or an orchestra in front of them, sometimes the singer's just off to their side so they can keep tabs on them, but they can also watch the orchestra. They're doing a version of this by looking at each other. Now, I have a feeling that they've probably recorded this and then they did this video, but they're doing it in the studio to make it look like they're singing it live again. I doubt that they are. Just that's not the way these things work. Even the greatest singers, it's not the way it works. But they're still going to sing it and they're still going to emote and they're still going to act it. And that's one of the things that they do. Yeah. So duets can be recorded separately and then patched together, but it will never, ever, ever be as good as if it were together like this. Nice. You are the reason. They're adding some notes in there too to give it this kind of staggered, like horse gallop ending. Beautiful. Nice. Look at that. Look at their faces. That's a beautiful duet. That's a very beautiful collaboration. Sounded really nice. Talk about blend, two voices coming together that on their own have similar qualities, but also have different qualities, but they come together and they make something great. That's what we love in blend. That's what we love in a duet. And they were great.